Uh,
Good evening, Ianique. Thank you for coming on Sports Talk with C.
Thank you for having me. How you doing?
I'm good. Thanks for asking me how I'm doing. I actually had a great day. So tell me a little bit about yourself and where you're from.
Hey, my name is Ianique. I'm from Providence, Rhode Island. I'm currently a student at the University of Rhode Island, um, rising senior, and I'm on the track team.
So you speaking of track, this is where we met each other at track, and I stopped to ask him if he would come on and share his journey.
Yep.
What made you want to choose track? Wait, before we get there, when someone says that they're a track athlete, what does that consist of?
Well, what is that? Can
Like,
you repeat
so
that?
like when, like what, so when someone says I'm a track athlete, do you just run track? Is there a certain, like, cause I know there's like 100 meter, there's the
Oh
200
yeah.
meter, certain like that. So, or do you do all of that?
Oh no, like usually like when people tell me they're on track, I ask them what event they do because it starts from indoors, 60 all the way to like 10K. So it can be very different. It can be you're straight up a sprinter or you're in the middle distance which is where I am, between 400 to 1 mile. That's where my events lie. And then there's the
That's
distance
what it's
runners, the ones
called.
that go out.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay. All righty, nice. So you're in the middle, you said, right?
Oh yeah,
All right.
right there.
So what made you like to run to begin with?
So this was back in high school when I first started. I started my junior year, and I literally did it boredom because my freshman and sophomore year I would get out of school and then I would just go home. I wasn't really a part of the school, like after school program. I wasn't doing anything. So I said, all right, this year I'm gonna do something. I used to play soccer back in middle school, but then I said, let me try something new. So one of my friends was running cross country at the time, and he told me to join cross country. I was like, I don't really know about running. Like I never really just went out there to run. Like I run when I'm playing soccer. So it's like I said, well, okay, I'll do it. So I did cross country. I was decent at it, and then they dragged me into track. They said you're gonna do track too, right? You're gonna do track. They kept on telling me. I'm like, I guess. So I did indoor, and turns out I was really good at it. And we won state championship for 4x4, 4x8. I was like all state, and everything was just perfect. Like my junior year with track. So I went indoor, outdoor again. We came back. We won the 4x4 again.
Oh,
And
nice.
I stuck with it all the way
Okay.
till college, and now I just finished my third year URI and going into my senior year.
Nice. Well, congratulations on all your, you know, accolades, and I'm pretty sure there's many to come. So you just said something about indoor and outdoor. What is the difference between the two?
So outdoors is the one that most people know, which is the
Mhm.
400-meter track. Indoors is it's like the fall semester of school. So that's when school starts. The season usually starts in November to like late March or like middle of March, from November to middle of March. And the track in indoors 200 meters. So 2 laps indoors is equal to 1 lap outdoor. So whatever you do outdoor, you have to do it 2 times more indoors.
Okay. And how, like, I know in every sport, there's a lot of training that goes into preparing yourself for an event.
Mhm.
What are some ways that you get ready for your event? Is it you train yearly? How do you get ready?
So usually like it starts during the summer.
Okay.
A lot of people want to take summer off. Summer comes in, it's your off season. You're not really doing anything. You're working, or like you just don't want to do track at all. Like you want to wait until school starts again. But it all starts in the summer.
Okay.
So right now, I would be training for cross country, but when I got to URI, I stopped running cross country. So I don't really do the mileage anymore like that. So I start off during the summer. The training is hard, but it's not as hard as it would be in season. Like I take it a little bit slower and make sure like I'm practicing, I'm doing volume, I'm doing good reps, but it's not at the level that I would be doing it in season because I don't want to work out like I'm in season right now and not racing. And then by the time that we get to indoor, at my top tier form, and then like outdoor comes in and I'm all burnt out. I'm just waiting for the season to be over. So I'm training right now, but it's low. It's good reps, but it's very low. The time they're slower, and because I want to build up as we go into the season. I want to make
Okay.
sure like I'm in shape, but I'm not in like my best shape right when season starts, because I want to build up and keep the momentum going all the way to outdoor, because it's a whole year running. So I don't want to work too much and then burn out by the time outdoor gets here. So it's just, you start off in the summer though. You don't want to lay and not do anything, because when school starts, there's going to be kids that are already like on, that's been on it since school ended. So we're all fighting for spots in there.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So it's something that it's track. So track is a year-round thing.
Yup.
Oh wow. So when I'm on the track, right,
mm-hmm.
and you're on the 400 meter track, right? What are those like? I know there's 1, 2, like 5, like rows, right? And then it's
typically 6.
Oh,
6
okay.
Yeah.
What is it for? And then there's also, it says finish line, and then what is all that stuff for?
That's just, so you know where you start, you see the numbers,
mm-hmm.
How the numbers are lined. It's on the straightaway, and you see the numbers going into the curve. So that's basically where they line you up for. Like for each event, the way you're lined up is different. Like the 400, it's staggered. So lane 1 would be all the way at the end, and lane 2, 3, 4. Yeah,
oh, okay.
Because you're trying to run the same distance. So if you all literally start on the same line, lane 6 is going to be running further. It's going to be running more distance than lane 1. So they stagger it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like that, if you're staying in your lane, you're going to be running the same amount of distance in lane 6 as you would be in lane 1. But then if you're running the 8, you don't stay in lane. So you're all lined up in a curve. So like that, when the gun go off, that
mm-hmm.
person all the way at the end, they can cut in. So they can cut in, and then they won't be running all the way on the outside. So they just line you up based on your event. So I think I think the 400 is the last event where you're lined up in lanes like that, staggered. And then 8, starting at the 8, you're just in a curve. Yeah, just to make sure that everyone is running the same amount of distance.
Oh, that's really good to know. So I have to ask you, just because you just spoke about that gun, when you first started running, that didn't make you nervous? You didn't like stumble or not start because of the gun noise? How did you get used to that?
You know what's the crazy part? When you hear that gun, it's the most relaxed you are.
Are you serious?
It really is, because the worst part of track is everything that takes place before the race and the last 50 meters of the race. So, because before the race, you're warming up, you see your competition, you're warming up with these people, like they're around you. You see that you're going to race against this person. You might have known this person from another race, and let's say like they beat you, and you're like, damn, I want to race this person again. But like, it's all like, you're just in your head when you're warming up, like you're trying to like stay calm, but you're nervous because your race is coming up. You're all nervous, like you're hot and bothered, and like your blood is like flowing, your heart is beating really fast. But then when you're on that line, when you're standing there, you start to become a little more calm. And then like the second that gun goes off, you're in there. It's too late now. Now you can't back. You're in the race. Yeah. So at that point, your head goes from like thinking about all these other things to now you're just focused on this one thing. Instead of you thinking about the race and the people that you're going to run and everyone that's watching you, now you're literally just focused on this one thing, this race, and how you're going to get from here all the way around, however many laps you're going to run, all the way to be finished. So you just focus on this one thing. So when that gun goes off, you're all good. Like you're in the zone, you're in it.
It's game time when the gun goes off.
Yeah, you're racing against yourself and time. Those are your two opponents, yourself and time. That's it. So the gun is actually like the best part of the race. As soon as it starts, your mind is a little bit more clear.
Okay, so if you could describe, I don't know how you, I guess, running style or running speed, I don't know. Yeah. If you could describe it in one word, like fierce, courageous, what would you say that your type of run that you do, how would you describe it in one word?
I would say relaxed.
Ooh, okay.
If you watch a lot of people running, you will see like a lot of different forms. a lot of people like they're very tight when they're running. Some, but like you want to stay relaxed. You want to be able to breathe and look at the competition. Like look at your placement. And like for me, I do the middle distance, so I have to look at where I'm at every single point of the race. So I can't be too far out, but then I can't be all the way up front, going way faster than I should. Because if I'm doing that, then I will start to feel that pain towards the end. So you have to stay relaxed and like just be able to keep your form, keep your body up, because you don't want to be like leaning in or like just like you want to keep your form up and straight, and you just want to breathe. Like just remember to breathe and like just stay relaxed as the race goes on, and like just know when to move, when to make a move, and when to be like when you're like in a safe position, how to hold the lead if you're in the lead. So yeah, relax.
Okay, so relax. Man, I was scared to run against you now. So when you are running and you, like you said, you don't want to go too fast or too slow. But how do you, when you're at that moment, you have to push through to get to the finish line? What are some things that you tell yourself to finish the race?
If I'm head to head with another person, I just have to want it more than them.
Okay.
Like I want to win more than them. Like I don't want to lose. Like I want to prove to myself that I can do better than I think I can. Like I want it more. Like when I'm racing it, it's like I want it more than them.
Right.
Like I want to win more than them. Like it's the winner's mentality. Like I just want to win.
I know that's right. It. And how important is the form? You spoke about your form and not leaning over and standing up straight and being loose. What is the importance of having a good form when running?
Oh, it's everything. It's literally like everything in track, because with a bad form, you're more susceptible to injuries. So if you don't want to be running in a way that's like gonna get you injured, or like in a way that's gonna get you more tired, like putting out more effort than you have to at the beginning, because you want to stay relaxed. So like your form has to be really good. That's why you have to have a strong core. So like that when you're coming in towards the end, your body, like, I know it's weird, but you start sinking in because your legs just aren't coming up as it was before. So like your knees are not coming up. So your body literally starts to sink in. That's why it's good to have a strong core, so that you can keep your body up, like just stay up strong, and like just keep pumping the arms. You want to pump your arms and just like stay up strong, keep your body up, and just breathe. So like your form is very important. It's the difference between winning and losing, and it's actually the difference between finishing a race and getting injured. Like you just want to make sure that your form is as good as it can be. And a lot of sprinters, like they most of their practice, like it would be just keeping their form, because you're going at such a fast pace. Like you want to keep your form. You want to be able to just stay upright. You don't want to be kicking your feet too far back out, because that like you're more likely to pull your hamstring. So you want to just be able to keep your form really good and like have a strong core. That's like you also lift a lot just to stay strong.
For the strength. Okay. And who would you say currently or in the past is a runner or track athlete that you would either look up to, say is a role model, or just like watching them run?
Watching them run. So I would say 400 hurdles, women's 400 hurdles. Dalilah Muhammad. She is just, she's like the one that got me like really into that event, into like just watching the 400 hurdles. Just watching how she attacks the first 3 hurdles is just amazing. Like she just goes at it strong. Like there's a hurdle in front of her, but the way she runs it is like there's no hurdle in front of her. Like she just runs right through it, and you just like, it's so elegant. Like this is nice to watch that, and I'm like, wow. Like the way she attacks the race is just really incredible. And then towards the back end, that's where like you just see how strong she is compared to the rest of the field. And she's just on a whole different level compared to the rest of the field. So that's like, I guess one of my biggest role models. Like I just like watching her run. It's just so elegant. And then like with Sydney too, Sydney McLaughlin, she's ended us. They're like the 2 biggest, they're rivals from US, but they're rivals in that event. And Sydney also attacks the race the same way. Like you can tell that she also learned from Sydney she also learned from Dalilah, how Dalilah attacks the first half of the race. and how strong towards the end. Sydney also like does that because she's new-ish to the event compared to Delilah. Delilah is more experienced, so you can see how she just learned from her. Just watching how both of them attack the race is the same, and you can see where Sydney got it from. It's definitely from watching Delilah. So Delilah is definitely one of them.
Good to know. Yeah. Good to know you all. There are definitely some great runners, especially the track races that I've seen, like the events that I've seen. They can run. Ooh, I don't know how you guys do it. I hate running. Oh, I do
That's so not that much. Bad.
Yes, it is. I feel maybe because you got to work yourself up to it. So you're right. It's probably not that bad. I'm just probably being over dramatic, like I am. But what made you choose URI? Because I know there's so many schools that offer great, track scholarships. So what made you choose University of Rhode
Island? At first I didn't. My freshman year, coming out of Hope High School, I went to Rick. So I was at Allen College. I did my freshman year there, but it just wasn't for me because I got 3 times in one season, and like it just wasn't for me. The school itself wasn't for me. So luckily it was right when COVID happened. So I had my indoor season, and then when we was gearing up for outdoor, COVID struck. So we didn't have an outdoor season. So during that time, I was looking at other schools. I was on a transfer portal, and my teammate from Hope, he was at URI. So he put me on with the coach, and like I started talking to the coach. I knew the coach beforehand, but now that he was at URI, he's more closer to the coach. So he started talking to the coach more. I started talking to the coach once I was on the portal, and he just helped me set it up. And my sophomore year, I was able to transfer. So starting my sophomore year, I was at URI, and this was last year. So I came into URI. The injuries were still there. I was still like suffering from the injuries. I wasn't able to run at my full potential. So what was it during like the middle of indoor? I didn't really run. So the coach, he cut me. He told me, "Hey man, the injuries are it's too much, and like people are fighting for the spot. So we're gonna have to let you go. Just come back again, try again next year." And so that was like 2 years of not running. So my second half of freshman year, I didn't run. And then my full sophomore year, I didn't run either. I wasn't on a team. So it's definitely like it took a toll. Like mentally, it's like, damn, I want to prove to myself like I can do it. Like I know I can do it. I'd like to say perseverance, but I know it was the ego that was kicking in. It's like, damn, I want to prove to them and mostly to myself.
That I got this.
That I still got it.
Right. Yeah. That you do.
Yeah, so I still got it. So I came in this year and I was like, just, all right, this is the year. Like the injuries are gone. I would like to think that they're gone because I'm not feeling it no more. I'm getting stronger. During the summer, I worked my butt off to make sure that I'm in shape. So like that when the season starts, I can really show the coaches that I'm in shape. And came in, I had a really good season. Like I started off bad because it's been almost 2 years since I ran. So it started off bad, just getting
back to the groove of things.
Getting the dust off. Yeah. So started off bad, but then I started picking it up and started dropping personal best after personal best after personal best. And I was able to get on the relay teams. I was able to go on our conference championship.
When a team does it all, the lap together.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
4x1, 4x2, 4x4, 4x8. Yes. I was able to get on the 4x8.
Oh, and wow.
Conference, we won it. We won our championship at conference. And I was able to go to New England. We won New England as well. Then outdoors came in. I was able to go back to conference again. Like I dropped.
Oh, so you nice.
Yeah, like.
All right, I know that's right. I know that's right.
Yeah, and then I got the scholarship. So it's like everything it's just like I knew I could do it. It was the injuries that was like preventing me from doing it because pulling your hamstring 3 times in one season really takes a toll on the body. And then even when you're like fully recovered physically, mentally, you're still there. Like mentally, whenever you feel anything towards like the hammy, I would like take my foot off the gas. I would slow down because it's just like mentally it's hard getting back. But then once I got it, I was able to just keep it rolling, and I kept the ball rolling, man. Just got it all the way towards the end, all the way to the end of the season, got the scholarship, and
Here you
now
are.
here I am. I'm with you.
Right? So
Yeah.
you speak about, you say it's ego. We're going to say it's perseverance. What
Yeah.
would you tell someone wanting to be a track star, track athlete
Yeah.
that is currently going through injuries? What are some, or a quote or some words that you would tell them to let them know that it's possible to keep going? What would you tell them?
Mm. One of my favorite quotes that I use when it comes to track, I think it's a Marine quote. It just says that pain is weakness leaving the body. And that's very true, man. Like, because you see it when you're doing, and this is the best thing about track, it's all times. So there's no, I'm gonna watch and then I'm gonna assess how you do, and then I'm gonna tell you how I think you are compared to the rest of the team. No, it's literally you are at this place compared to the rest of the team, and here's a time to prove it. So it's fact based. It's not opinion. It's not based on what this person
Right.
thinks. It's literally right there. Your time is here. This is how you do compared to the rest of the team, and you can see like how your times get shorter.
Mhm.
Like as you get faster, like your times are like getting faster, and it's because like the pain that you was feeling during those workouts is just like that's the weakness. It was just leaving the body. Like you're getting stronger. So when you're feeling that type of pain, you're getting stronger. And if you're injured, I know it's tough. Like it's tough coming back mentally than it is physically. Because the second you start feeling that pain around that part, you're like, whoa, like you gotta chill, wait, can't be doing this. So it's tougher mentally than it is physically. But you just gotta stay persistent. If you know you can do something, like if you really know you can hit this time, or like you want to run this event and the injuries is holding you back, just chill. Time fixes everything. Like just wait, keep going. Like you just gotta be persistent in what you want. Like you know you can do this. It will take time for you to get there, but just be patient. Like don't try to rush it. Don't try to come back too fast from an injury. Trust in your trainers. Trust in what they say. Do the exercises. Just wait it out. Like keep working, and eventually, like if you're persistent enough, you will get it at the end of the day. It's that simple. I mean, I'm a testament of that. I believe in that.
No, that's right. I know that's right, Ianique. So with your skills, since you nice with running, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Would you like to continue to run track, coach track, be an Olympian? So where would you see yourself?
Olympian is crazy for sure. I mean, like
we gotta think big here. big.
For sure. Like I'm watching the World Championship right now, man. I mean, I'll be looking at the times. It's crazy. I mean, if I believe in myself enough, like I can definitely do it. I know that. But it's like, I don't know, it's just track takes a toll on the body, and it like requires a lot of, I don't know, like it just requires a lot out of a person. So it's like I definitely could see myself being a coach for younger kids, like the newer generation coming up, new generation of track athletes. Like I can definitely see myself doing that, because right now I go back to my high school. There's a program that we have there. It's called Cobras, Providence Cobras, and it's just to teach. It just has like little young kids running from, they're usually from the age of 6 to like 18. I was also a part of that when I was in high school, and it definitely provides a lot of opportunity for young track athletes to like just see where the sports really is. Like we was able to go all over the place, like New York, North Carolina. I was able to spend a whole week in North Carolina just competing. That was really fun. So I can definitely see myself coaching, being a part of that, going from the athlete part to more like the coaching parts. And yeah, that would be really fun for me. So I like the sport. Like I enjoy it, and it's just good seeing, like I said, like track, you can see the times. It's just good seeing those times get shorter and shorter. And it's like just being able to like teach someone, coach them, and being able to like show them how their times are getting faster feel like I would really enjoy that.
Oh, so you would love
Yeah.
to give back. I like that. Well,
Yes, I love to give back.
yes. Well, thank you, Ianique, for coming on Sports Talk with C, coming to
Thank you
share
for having
your
me.
track journey with me. Hopefully, I do get to see you as an Olympian, if not Olympian coach, maybe. But like I said, thank you for coming your track journey with me and, giving me some runners. And I feel a little bit educated now. And now when I'm watching
Yeah.
them run, I know what I'm actually looking at this time.
Appreciate the opportunity. I love podcasts and you giving me this opportunity to be here. Really appreciate it.
Thank you. And you have a good night, okay?
All right, you too. Thank you.
Bye-bye.